I am long overdue for a haul video. Um, but I did pick up a good amount of books over the weekend. Um, so many that I just have about this many just to kind of go over and show off. Um, I think my issue is that whenever I pick up books, I always feel like, oh, I gotta, scan them first and um, load them to my computer and kind of inventory all my comics. I upload them all onto Excel and kind of keep track of them that way, and put them in new bags and boards and kind of go through that whole process. And by the time it gets to where I'm done with that, I've already picked up so many books. It's like, all right, which ones do I show off now? But so needless to say, these are all the books that I picked up in just today alone. Over the weekend, and even actually over the week, I've probably amassed maybe about another 4 stacks, just like this size here. So, but anyway, the first shop that I went to today, it's a pretty cool shop because they have this service where if you spend $50 in their store, regardless on what, they give you credit towards $5 credits towards their back issues. So the first place I hit is, me loving to kind of thumb through back issues and unorganized mess. I don't know why, but I like to thumb through that stuff because I always tend to find good deals. In the quarter bin is this here, Firestorm number 2030. I think by this point most people know, about this book. First appearance of Felicity Smoke, starring in the Arrow TV show. I just absolutely love this cover with Firestorm kind of just lying there dead, and then Felicity on the screen there. But one of my favorites. So pumped to grab that for a quarter. Another book that I was able to snag for a quarter. We got X Factor number 71. So I think the significance of this book, it's the first appearance of the new team, the new X Factor team with Havoc and Strong Guy and Multiple Man. And I believe, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I believe there was kind of sort of maybe speculation or talks of a X Factor TV show, not like the singing show, but the X Factor based on these heroes TV show eventually coming to work. So, sooner or later this might turn from a quarter or $1 book to maybe something a little bit more. So, why not? Snagged it. Another one, going with the Arrow theme, New Titans number 99, first appearance of Roy Harper as Arsenal. Glad to pick that one up. And then these books were all, of course, not even bagged and boarded. They're, not good condition at all, so don't be too jealous of me. Each book even actually has kind of a X on the back cover in black ink, just so I guess the shop owners know that, hey, this book is a quarter. So they're not by far in near mint condition, but you can't really lose too much. Couple more books I got. This one, New Guardians number 2. This one has been around for a while. I think I've seen this one in people's videos for a good long while. But this first appearance of Snowflame, the supervillain who gets the strength or draws their powers from snorting cocaine. So definitely everyone should have this one in their collection. Especially for 25 cents. But I think it's the only really key issue in that whole entire series, the second issue. So, but for a quarter, can't lose. Saw another one, so I was like, sure, I'll have some. Let me pick up another one. So, got those there. And the last book I got for a quarter was this one here, Stars and Stripe number 0. This is the first appearance of Stargirl. I believe she's called Stars and Stripe Girl, or Star Girl. And also something of significance, this is Jeff Johns' first professional work. I know this book heated up a while ago. Pretty sure it's not really doing much now, but definitely a key issue, I would say. Something nice to have in your collection. This book, I remember there was talks, I believe, just reading online that it's, either low printed or hard to find. And yeah, I would agree with them. Through all the, thousands of back issues that I've thumbed through, I've never seen this issue for any price. So glad to have it for a quarter. But, like I said, they're not in the best condition. I'll even show you on this one. It's kind of, bent up there and dirty. And even on the back page, I'll open this up real quick. The back cover, they put, black X's on them. But you can't lose. So these were from the quarter bin. And like I said, I did have more store credit with them. So the next books I actually got from the store credit. I walked out without paying anything out of pocket today. So happy to grab this one. Justice League number 75. First Silver Age appearance, of Black Canary. This one only ran me about $5 or $5 worth of store credit, which is a steal. But if you take a closer look, there's tape. Well, the bag is kind of crappy, but there's tape all along the spine here, all on the front cover. Writing, obviously, you can see. But for $5 that I didn't even have to pay for, why not? First Black Canary Silver Age appearance. Another book I got was Aquaman number 42. An iconic cover, I would say. Also, I believe it's the second appearance of Black Manta. Hard to find, really, for me, in my area anyway, in any condition. This one, store credit wise, I believe set me back about $15. Online, they do seem to be selling for a little bit more. Condition on this one's okay. I would say it's a VG condition. The most notable kind of defect on it would be towards the top, where there's kind of looks like a chew mark or something. But it's one of these issues where I'll say if I could find it in virtually any condition, as long as it's for a fair price, I'll go ahead and pick it up. The cover on it, in my opinion, is just amazing. They even, I believe it was last month, it was maybe anniversary of Flash month or something with DC, and then they used kind of homage cover to this on one of the Flash books, or I believe one of the new 52 Aquaman books with Flash in it. So glad to have it. This one here, the first issue of Green Arrow in the new 52, only set me back about $6 store credit wise, which I'm pretty surprised. Before I picked it up, I decided to take a quick peek on my phone to see how much they're going for online, and much to my surprise, they're currently going for a little bit more than the $6 that I spent in store credit. This one is in great condition too. Really no spine ticks or bends or anything like that on there. And I also did kind of learn the trick to make sure that is the first print, because it's the 1 at the end of the number on the barcode here. So if you see a 2 at the end there, of course it means the second print, but this being with the 1, of course, obviously it's the first print. So glad to have that one for the collection. Pretty cool cover. The oranges really kind of jump out. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a George Perez cover, because his name's right there. So put 2 and 2 together, it's George Perez cover. Glad to have it. This one here, I was thumbing through the Wonder Womans and looking for, a few of her key issues. The first, I believe, modern appearance of Cheetah, which wasn't there. Um, and then also issue number 72, which is goes for a pretty good amount of money online, and it's a Bolin cover. That wasn't there either. I thumbed through and then I kind of stopped here at 63 because the artwork looks really close to 72. So again, just like that Green Arrow book, I do a quick search, and much to my surprise, the popularity and how much this book is going for online, it sent me back about $5 or so. A great bowling cover of Woman. Also, of course, as you can see at the top, it's Deathstroke in there. So if you're able to see this one in the wild, snag it up. Good issue to have of Wonder Woman. And then two more books left I picked up at the store. This one here, Sandman number 22. A lot of talk about this book online on the various websites that myself and I'm sure many others visit. The first appearance, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but Sandman number 22, the first appearance of Daniel, who becomes Sandman, cost me about $8. Great shape, but glad to have it. I know the Lucifer TV show is coming on, has already been in production and they're casting now. But also, I know there's always talks of the Sandman movie. There's been talks of it for years, but either way, glad to have it in my collection. I don't have a lot of Sandman books, so I was glad to pick this one up because the Sandman issues and key issues have been around for a while, so it's kind of hard to steal one at a good price because they've always been sort of keys and people have always known about them. Which is why I was so surprised to find this one. Number 8, first appearance of Death. This one was not only was I surprised to see that they had it, but also the price is only $15. So without question, I snagged this one as quick as I could. And those are all the books I got from that one store. So pretty happy to have these. The next shop I visited, never been there. They really specialize, it seems like, in just new books, not really strong in the back issue market. I did find a couple of books. This one here, Supergirl number 1 from the 2005 series, a great Michael Turner cover. Only sent me back, as you can see, with the price $3. I'll grab that one. And then they also had the sketch version, so decided to pick these up. Michael Turner, I think, draws probably the best Supergirl in my opinion, aside from Adam Hughes. And then his one cover of Supergirl that he did is just amazing, and that one sells for about $200 to $300 online. But I'm a big fan of Michael Turner's artwork, especially how he draws Supergirl. So glad to pick these up. The first issue from the 2005 series, along with the sketch variant. I also found at that store this one here. I'm not really into that, speculation stuff and, buying and selling, flipping comics like a lot of people are. To each their own. We all enjoy the hobby and we're all comic book fans. But I do really love all sorts of media, especially, the TV shows like Arrow and Gotham and Flash and the movies. And then I just like to add them to my collection, because, of course, when you see them on TV or see them in the movies, it's kind of cool to say, oh, I have that character's first appearance. But anyway, there's some speculation or talks of the new sort of big villain on the Arrow TV show. After Ra's al Ghul will be the character's first appearance in this Titans number 1. I believe his name is Damien Dark. 2 covers in this issue, cover A and cover B. For $2, you really can't go wrong. So if you see it for a couple bucks, pick one up. Something that, as maybe these rumors start to materialize, could be worth a little bit more. So first appearance of Damien Dark in Titans #1. And the last store, or the last comic I picked up at that store, this one here, so excited to have this. Evil Ernie from the Eternity series, which is a series that you want. You'll probably see like thousands of, not thousands, maybe hundreds of different Evil Ernie comics from the Chaos series and so forth. The Eternity series is the ones that are worth more, have bring in a lot more value. This is the third one in the issue. Set me back $14, as you can see. Goes for a little bit more online, but the artwork on these are just amazing. I just love every issue of this. Out of the Eternity series, they're super hard to find. You're not gonna find these. You'll be very hard pressed. And then just a little backstory is I actually found the first issue of this series, of the Eternity series, Evil Ernie #1, the first appearance of Evil Ernie, and I believe also Lady Death, long ago in the 50 cents bin. I parted ways with it. I sold it, and I'm regretting it to this day. The cover on these issues are just amazing, and they're so hard to find. But I'm happy to find the third one. Now I'm again on the hunt to find that first, second, and now the fourth, and I believe there's a fifth issue to this series. But the covers on these are just amazing. They're so low printed. You're not gonna find these unless you search online, which they sell for a good amount, or you're lucky enough to stumble upon one like me. Like this store had, you wouldn't believe, like seemed like only comics printed from 2000 and on, or the 90s and on. So to find this one inside there in the mix, even though it's not a super old comic, it's still printed around that time, but something so rare and hard to find, it's kind of a joy to pick that up. So $14, I'll take it. And then to complete my haul, just got a couple of books left. My very first time to this comic shop, I had to run some errands in the morning, and no place was open at 10 a.m. No comic store or anything was open at 10 a.m. except for this place. So I said, hey, why not? They looked more like a gaming store online. And then when I went there, of course, that's what they were really, a gaming store with a few comics. I was the only guy in there. The guy was super, super hyped on coffee. I think he just got his Dunkin' Donuts. And he's just talking my ear off about anything and everything. But it was a newer store. It was just built, he said, or he just opened about 9 months ago. So he still had some great key issues. As soon as I walked in, I saw maybe 2 or 3 that jumped out right at me, and I just had to have them. This was one of them. Secret Wars, Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #8. First appearance of the black suit. Well, quote unquote first appearance. There's, depending on who you ask, they'll tell you something else. But regardless, a huge Spider-Man key. Glad to have my collection. This one is so nice. It sent me back about $30. It's really nice because there's no spine ticks on it. There's a little bit of marks at the top, but nothing too crazy at all. It's a very nice issue, I'd say, at the least the VF Plus. No spine ticks whatsoever. Just a great comic. It's not the most robust and brightest red cover, but it's definitely not faded like to an orange like how you see some of the lower grade copies. So for $30, I had to have it. Picked it up, and $30 was actually the bundle price because I got that one and this next comic for about 110. No, so I got this. What am I saying? So I got that one for 30 and this one for 110. Yeah, so 140 total was roughly the price for everything. And this is, boom, Spider-Man #300. Like I said, I walked right in. This is the thing that caught my eye. For me, I like to really pick up comics just in store. I'm not, I don't do too much shopping on eBay, just for me personally, just because I try and support the local businesses, et cetera, et cetera. I like to kind of see the issues in hand and take a look at them. For $110, I think it's a steal. Newsstand copy as well. I'd say in VF condition. No, nothing. There are spine ticks on it, so it's not perfect. It looks real nice, but there are some markings on it. Don't get me wrong. But something like this to be able to find, in my opinion, on the wall, something that I couldn't pass up. First appearance, obviously, of Venom. First full appearance. Spider-Man number 300. Great looking cover. I'm sure you've seen it kind of reprinted or an homage cover to this issue many, many, many times on the current books. Just so glad to have it. Spider-Man number 300, newsstand issue at that. Um, the black, very deep blacks on the cover on the suit of Spider-Man. So yeah, that one will stay in my collection for a while. Had to put in the Mylar. And that about wraps it up. Like I said, I have a lot more books to go over. Maybe I'll do another haul tomorrow or in the next upcoming few days or so. Just got to get in the habit of doing it. And that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.